So a very interesting thing happened while Donald Trump was delivering his speech at CPAC over this past weekend. And it's a thing that kind of blew up on social media right away because based on the, video there, it appeared that Donald Trump forgot his own wife's name. While Donald Trump was talking about his wife, whose name is Melania, in case you didn't know, he didn't mention her by name until he said Mercedes. Now let me read to you what Donald Trump said. Well, look, my wife, our great first lady, she was great. People love her. Oh, look at that. Wow, Mercedes, that's pretty good. Okay, that's a weird sentence in and of itself, and I'll get more to that in a moment. But people on social media immediately assumed that he was calling his wife Melania Mercedes. So it looked, of course, like his brain just totally broke down and he was referring to his wife as Mercedes. What really happened, to give you the actual context, is that Mercedes Schlapp, the wife of Matt Schlapp, and of course Mercedes Schlapp did serve in Donald Trump's first administration, was right off stage. And he was looking at her when he said that. So he was not calling Melania Mercedes. He just got distracted and sidetracked because he saw her standing over there and decided to stop talking about his wife and start talking about her. And I will say that, of course, this blew up on social media. Everybody thought Donald Trump called her the wrong name. Keith Olbermann actually had this to say about it. He said, Trump spews out astonishing evidence of his dementia, brain trauma, and possible substance abuse on an hourly basis. There is no reason to add to this list easily disproven nonsense. He did not call his wife Mercedes at CPAC. He is unmistakably referring to Mercedes Schlapp. So Keith Olbermann came out and tried to get people on the left like, hey, stop it. Trump makes enough mistakes. You don't need to create one and then basically look foolish for doing that. And I agree with Keith Olbermann on this. However, let's think about this for a moment, because this is still evidence of Donald Trump's brain breaking. Let me give you an example, okay? Let's pretend for a moment I am giving a speech, and I'll use myself, okay? I will do exactly what Donald Trump did, and you tell me if this is how a normal brain works. This past weekend, my wife and I celebrated on Saturday our 15-year wedding anniversary. And my wife, she was great. Everybody at the restaurant told her, wow, you look so amazing. And we had such a wonderful evening. Oh my God, this wall needs some paint. God, this wall needs paint. It's a good wall. It's a good wall, but it needs to be painted. Other than that, it's pretty sound. And the doors are great. We need to paint the doors, but they're great. Okay. What I just did there, I go from talking about my wife and our anniversary, suddenly I'm talking about, oh my God, I got to do something about this thing over here because I looked over here and completely lost my train of thought and took you down a new path that doesn't matter at all. That's what Trump did there. Because he was talking about his wife, then he sees another person who's like, oh, hey, shit, Mercedes, how you doing? What's going on? No, I got time. What's up? That's not normal. So even if he didn't confuse his wife for that woman, he still had some sort of like mental fart, if you want. I don't know what to call it. And he just went off into a different conversation with a different person while he's giving a speech. So yes, we don't need to say that Donald Trump forgot his wife's name, but we probably should be talking about the fact that the man can't keep his train of thought going if he glances off stage and sees somebody he knows. That's a sign of somebody who maybe just has ADHD that's not being treated, or could be a sign of serious cognitive decline.